What if you could win your next hackathon over a weekend and not only get recognized within the tech industry, but also spark the idea for your future company? That's exactly what happened to me. Hi, I'm Alexandre, a software engineer, and in this video, I'm revealing my top 3 keys to not just survive, but thrive at your next hackathon, and maybe even launch your dream project. By the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to win every hackathon you are going to participate in. Let's get started. Key number 1, the pre-flight plan. Winning starts way before the hackathon clock does. And let me tell you, your idea is much more important than you might think. If I gave you a list of pitches from any hackathon, I bet you could pick the top project just by reading the ideas. Don't get me wrong, execution is critical. But a killer idea makes winning 10 times easier and the whole experience way more fun. So how do you find that winning idea? It's about following a framework. First up, know your audience. Hackathons are essentially about selling a project to a jury. Who are they? Your teachers, your colleagues, industry experts, random people online? You need to know. Let me give you some examples. School hackathon. The jury will be your teachers. What do they care about? What problems do they face? Don't build a niche app to monitor database queries. Instead, if your teachers struggle with homework assignment or homework communication, build a simple platform for them to upload the assignments for their students. That's a solid MVP. Got extra time? Add features like a live chat or a way to see the school lunch menu. And now let's talk about a company hackathon. Your audience will be your fellow developers. If your startup is obsessed with performance, that database query optimization app suddenly become a fantastic idea. It's all a matter of perspective. Next step is to ideate backward. Let me explain. By using a real-world example. Let's say a hackathon organized by the city of San Francisco, where we have something like description. Let's all work together to improve the community. Categories will be overall winner, best use of AI, most impactful app, and the sponsor will be OpenAI. The best way to find a winning idea, work backward from these. The description was improve the community in San Francisco. This is broad, so research current city problems, check local news, community forums, or even better, talk to residents. Want to be bold? Email the city hall. Try to connect with someone working there, for instance. Imagine mentioning the mayor or the city representative during your demo because they helped shape your idea. That's a really powerful story. Categories. In our example, we had overall winner, best use of AI, most impactful. So to win overall, you will likely need to be great at multiple of the other categories, like impactful and AI in our example, especially with OpenAI sponsoring. Bonus tip, some hackathons also have niche categories. For instance, like best Flutter app, most performant app. These are often a bit less competitive. So you might not win overall winner more easily, but the category itself will be for sure less competitive. Then finally, sponsor. In our example, OpenAI was sponsoring. This is a huge hint. Using OpenAI tech for an AI-focused project will likely score you points, especially if they are on the jury. Bonus networking tip. If you're job hunting and want to work on one of the company's sponsors, like OpenAI here, participating and showcasing your skills with their tech is a massive resume booster when you apply. Hackathons are incredible for networking. Use at least one sponsor's tech, but don't force it. Avoid creating a Frankenstein project just to cram sponsors. Also, it got me more than once. So please check ahead of time what the sponsor can and cannot do well, and if you have access to it. For instance, you want to recognize image patterns, and the OpenAI API doesn't do that particular thing well. You might have to change ID or avoid using the sponsor. Check this before the hackathon even starts. Next point, the perfect idea. Once you have some candidates, ensure your chosen ID is feasible. Can you and your team actually build a demoable version in the given time? Also, don't try to build a native iOS app in 48 hours if you're new to Swift. Stick to what you know well. Passion driven. Are you and your team excited about it? Passion will shine through your demo. For instance, if you don't use buses, don't build a bus schedule app for this hackathon. However, if you're passionate about reducing food waste, build an app connecting food surplus with those in need. Then the wow factor. Once you have one or two ideas, you will need to build something that makes the judge want to stand up and clap. Let me give some examples. Let's say, for instance, a food bank listing app. That's pretty useful, but that's a bit simple. The wow version of it will be, I don't know, an app that displays real-time food supply and let restaurants just snap a picture of their food surplus. And your AI identify item and quantities. Now that's really cool. Crucially, your project needs to be visual and demo friendly. In 10+ years of doing hackathon, I rarely see back-end only command line projects win. Aim for a front-end heavy project that you can demo impressively in 3 minutes. Bonus points if people can try it themselves after your presentation. Speaking of front-end heavy app, let's move to key number 2, execution. But before anything, a little note. Don't start coding your project before the hackathon officially begins. Do not reuse all projects. It's unethical and against the spirit of the event. Okay, now prepare your toolkit ethically. Preparing your foundation ahead of time is a load. Use a template. Don't waste pressure hours during the hackathon on coding boilerplate code, and find a good starter template for your stack. For instance, in Next.js we have Create Next App or Lee Robinson SaaS Starter, which is great if you need basic authentication. I'll link these and other favorites in the description. But you can also create your own personal hackathon templates. That's what I actually usually do, and reuse them from project to project. The important thing is to master your template. Know it inside and out before the hackathon starts. Build for the demo from minute 1. Constantly think about your final 3-minute pitch. Identify the one core feature. What should I show during the demo? Build that one first. Everything else is secondary. And also don't over-engineer. Hackathons are short. You don't need a production-ready app. If login isn't crucial for the core demo, skip authentication initially. Keep it simple and focused. Design matters a lot. A good UI can make or break your project. Judges and users are heavily influenced by the design of your app. The truth is, a slick UI with fewer features often beats a clunky UI with all the features technically working. If you're not a designer, no problem. Use UI libraries. Again, links to some of them in the description. If you got other favorites, share them in the comments below. My next advice is to dedicate time to the demo preparation. Allocate at least the final 10 to 20% of your total hackathon time polishing your demo. Do full run through. Things will break. Fix them. Rehearse again and again until it's smooth. This is a great transition for the next key to get the win for your next hackathon. And I'm calling it the wow demo. And my first advice for an amazing demo, and the most important one, do it live. Avoid pre-recorded demos unless absolutely mandatory. Authenticity is key. Live demo can be scary, yes, but a demo breaking should not really happen after practicing plenty of time flawlessly. Major breaks will be rare. You'll be fine. PowerPoints, avoid them if you can. If you need one, it should be max a third of your demo time. We want to see your project, not slides. Next up, simplify complex demos. If your project has a complex setup or state changes, here are a few tips. Magic buttons. Create buttons that trigger specific states or action instantly. Explain what the button did and why you need to use it for the sake of the demo. But that will be much better than having your audience lose focus while you update your app. Another way is to use multiple instances. Run 2 pre-configured instances of your app to show different states quickly, or client communicating with each other. Don't force the audience into watching you having to log out and log in. You'll be stressed enough, trust me. You need to simplify your life here. And finally, add pizzazz. Your demo is a performance, a marketing event. You need to build anticipation. Make it memorable. The structure of your demo should look like that. First, the intro. Briefly introduce the project and the problem it solves. Then, the core features. Show 2 or 3 key features, so the audience understands the basics. And finally, the killer feature. Build up to your most impressive feature. This is your wow moment. Make it the climax of your demo. Let me run through one example. The boring demo, showing like a simple form where a restaurant can list surplus of food and shelter can claim them. And now the pizzazz version. A restaurant staff member just takes a photo of the surplus of food and your AI instantly identify 15 ham and cheese sandwich. One more tap, it's listed. At the same time on your app, a notification with a map pops up for nearby shelter showing the new donation. A shelter just claim it and the app instantly calculates the most efficient route for a volunteer driver, sending it to their phone. The wow here is the speed, the AI assistant, and the immediate visible connection of supply and need, almost like magic. But one thing, you need to keep it short and sweet. 3-minute rule, aim for this. If you go much longer, you will lose attention. Less is more. A polished, concise 3-minute demo is far more impressive than a rambling 10-minute one, showing all the minor details. And finally, make it fun and memorable. You should inject your personality. For instance, toward the end of the demo, you can pretend or even ask someone to send you a message to receive a loud notification. Say that you're a volunteer and you just got a notification that pizzas are ready to be picked up right now, and run off the stage saying you have to go. Everyone in the audience will laugh, and that's the spirit of a hackathon. And that's it. That should be everything you need to win. But above all, have fun. If you have a wacky idea that breaks all of these rules, but you're passionate about it, go for it. Thank you for watching this video. Hackathons are incredible for learning, making friends, and networking. And don't hesitate to connect with participants, judges, and organizers before, during, after the hackathon. We are all there to celebrate the passion for coding and building cool things. I'm curious to know, what are the coolest projects you've built or seen at Hackathon? I would love to hear about them in the comments below. And also, if these tips helped you out, please hit that like button. That will truly help my channel grow. And subscribe for more videos like this. I will also be talking about web development, B2B SaaS, and don't forget to share this video with anyone gearing up for their next hackathon. I'll see you there. À plus!